We got a hip-hop legend, Harlem legend, New York legend, running through the city as One Eye Willie. Get up for capital status as our guy Jim Jones returning to the table.
The Koofy Smacker himself.
You know what it is. Come up here.
You know what I'm saying? We're in the wolf territory now. Woo! You know what I'm saying?
This water?
Straight water. It's vodka. No vodka. Nothing funny.
Special cups over here.
Yeah. We gotta get through it. Jim Jones, legend in the game. How's it going for you, man?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. See, there's a lot of young Jim Joneses in the game right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I appreciate it.
How do you feel about that? How do you?
I feel good.
You were like the first person out here running around the East Coast with the, repping the Blood Gang. You know what I'm saying? That you were synonymous with that. Now it seems like everyone is.
It's commercial.
Yeah.
Commercializing.
How do you feel about that? Cause
I'm part of commercializing it, so I can't. I'm torn.
Yeah.
I mean, 50-50. I'm torn. I used it as a way to make money off of the culture that I was in and things that I was affiliated with, and it worked for me at the time. And a lot of other people used it in the same way, and now
you can't be mad.
Become watered down. And you got R&B singers that's gangbangers, you got skateboarders that's gangbangers.
That's the crazy part though, cause like you were
garbage men, Sue whooping, like you smell like it's all good.
But when you was doing it, you was really living that life. Like now these dudes is just pretending like.
It's consequences to everything. I mean, it's a few individuals that really were involved with some of these real things that we've been affiliated with. As you know, once you're in the game and you become a household name, you look like an idiot if you feel that you still need to be active, because sooner or later you're gonna end up going to jail.
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
dig? Like your poster, your bulletin. Like there's no way to get away with anything, especially nowadays with the social media. At least when we was doing, there wasn't no social media, so the few things that I got into, I kind of, they didn't get to see it live on camera. Nowadays, they doing it and then put it in on camera, and they giving police the whole case right there. So. You dig? Like shit, you rob a nigga, then you put it on camera and be like, bitch nigga, you ain't getting this chain back, it's our chain.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we know who to lock up. Shit, like, it's like, I don't understand what's going on nowadays. There's a lot of nonsense going on when it comes to criminal activity that these kids think is so cool, and they're using it for views and things like that, and it's not gonna end up good.
Do you feel that that's because they don't have like OG homie showing them how they should be moving, or just, the game has just changed, or?
Time, everything's changed. Everything moves faster as time goes. Just the internet, digital, like there's a whole new world out there. Like these kids are just born directly into a viral system. We were born, we got a taste of both of things. So some of the morals that we have, these kids don't know about because of what they were born into. Like they don't even know what textbooks are anymore. They go to school with their iPad and shit like that. Like so, it's a whole different world out there. I mean, we all need guidance. We needed guidance when we were younger, but even when we say we didn't have no OGs to look up to, we did look up to OGs that were out there and emulated what they were doing, even if they wasn't personalized, like, oh, that's my OG, but we followed the game. Now it's all twisted. Everybody is their own OG. Everybody got their own gang. Like, it's just, it's wild out there. It's like the Wild Wild West out there. But I commend the kids because they were smart enough to find a loophole to make money that the labels couldn't touch for a while.
Yeah.
With this whole viral and everything else that goes with it, and the streaming, and so
they made it work for them.
They definitely made it work for them. Some of these kids are making some real good money, and some of these kids, I don't even know who they are, but they on tour, banking up and things like that. So
look, you got 4 million followers.
Like,
what's this?
Who are you?
Who are you? Little opioid? What the fuck? What is this?
Yo, Lil Scoopy got
like, this is the biggest song in America. I've never heard this.
Anderson got to dance with it.
100%. So it's like that. You gotta be up on the times, man. You can't knock nobody, because I didn't want nobody to knock my hustle, man. I mean, I watch and observe, and few of the kids that I can give some sound advice to. If they listen to it, they listen to it. I mean, but if not, you're gonna have to go through your own trials and tribulations.
Learn the hard way.
Learn the hard way, like we all did. You know what I mean? Like,
is there anybody of the younger cats out there that you say, like, yo, you look at them and you're like, yo, they doing things the right way?
Doing things the right way? I mean, shit. I mean, they all doing things the right way, I believe. If you're making some money, you dig? I hope you pay your taxes, and I hope you save that money. You dig? It's easy to make the money. It's hard to save the money. You know what I mean? So with all these kids finding this new fame and this new fortune and things like that, I hope they got some saying advice as to what they do with the money and not just bringing all your money outside with you in your little purse and just dump it on the table everywhere you go. Like, you got your whole life savings with you on your purse. Everywhere you go, you dumping the life savings on your purse until somebody rob you in the purse, you dig? And then you just assed out. Like, I mean, like, be smart out here. I mean, some of these kids got it to do it. I respect it. I mean, it looks good on camera, but man, don't be fooled, man. Be smart out here. Say that dough, man. Trust me. I'm telling you, because I spent all mine. I spent a lot of it.
What's the most wasteful thing you've ever copped?
The most wasteful thing?
Like something you bought and now you looking like, damn, I was wilding.
I was wilding.
I mean, I had fun with everything I bought. I mean, I had tons of cars.
All right.
You dig?
The biggest flex.
The biggest flex?
Like you brought it down on the Ave, people was like, yo,
woo, Jim out here.
I mean, but we had everything. Me and Cam bring every type of car you could imagine through Harlem. Ferraris,
I seen the pink Ranger, West Palms,
pink Rangers, 745s when they first came out, Benz Coupes, S63s. When the Z's first dropped, we had those. Drop top shits, drop top that. Like,
Diary of Summer, yeah.
We burnt it down when it comes to all the materialistic things. I mean, it's kind of slowed up for us now because it don't make no sense to have 12 cars in your garage and you only can hold 2 cars in your garage and shit like that. Like, you got like, man, like, the fuck, man? Like, so, you know, I mean, I had fun doing it. Like, everything I did, I don't regret it and shit like that. But, you know, I'm a little bit older now, so I'm on a different path. The things that I once found was fun is not fun to me anymore. I look at other things that I'm doing. Like I just came back from Bahamas doing a boat race with $1 million boats and shit like that. And the pot was like 90,000 or some shit like that. So it was like, you dig? Like my fun goes in a different directions and shit like that. Whereas I want to buy a Dawn. Like I was telling somebody this the other day, like, oh, why you ain't got? I said I could have brought me the drop top Dawn or this platinum Cadillac with a driver. Which one would you get?
Probably the driver one.
The shit with the driver.
Right?
Yeah.
So the things that I once would have rushed for have changed in my life and shit like that because I kind of did all that and shit like that. And once you know you got it, you ain't really got to prove it at this point anymore. Niggas know I flex. Niggas
check
know
the stats.
Drip. You know what I mean? Like everything you could talk about, we've done it. We still do it. We still got it. But I'm just on a different path and shit like that. I'd rather buy a new house at this point than spend a couple million on jewelry and cars at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
it's called growth.
The crew, the Diplomats crew, man, was one of those iconic. Is one of those iconic, like.
Word, I'm about to say one, like, damn, where we at?
No, it is, bro. Because to me, especially growing up, you know what I'm saying, listening to y'all and shit.
Dipset did more for New York after 9/11 than Giuliani. I stand by that. Okay, you united the city.
Big.
United the city.
Yeah, man.
Now we had fun, man. I mean, as kids coming up and being able to be successful in New York City is, you know, it's a dream come true. Like, this was our city, and for them to accept us for what we had going on and follow everything we were doing and push us to the top of our craft was just amazing, man. Like, we were just dirty kids from out the projects of Harlem and shit like that to, you know, bump into this luck in life. I mean, it's...
And then the beef beat it, like, when beef was like, we're gonna go up to this rap radio station and freestyle, you know what I mean? And
it was different. Like, we come from, so we've probably seen every era, well, I won't say every era in hip hop, but I'm talking about from the elements of hip hop. So where me and Cam first started, you couldn't be an artist if you wasn't ready to freestyle damn near in the elevator. Like, you might have bumped into Jay in the elevator, nigga, like, what's up? Nigga, like, what's, like, I got nigga spitting thing. Like, now there's a whole elevator battle going on real quick. Like, it just was that type of era. Like, wherever you had to go, you had to have bars. Even if you went to your show and then stopped the music and spit a brand new freestyle, like, that was the era. Then you see things just change. So we came from that era, and then we seen when recording in studios were done on rails, and then we watched the first Pro Tool rig come into effect, and then now you could record inside your bedroom and shit like that, which we were one of the ones that were responsible for even kids having an idea to record in their bedroom. They don't even know where that started from, so it's just, but we trying to keep up with the times at all times, because you don't want to get lost in the sauce and be out here looking out like some of the other rappers that came before us and shit like that. And
Dusty, kind of out of it.
You dig, and they just kind of faded them to the side. And you know what I mean? Like, nah.
No longer relevant.
I'm not with that.
Yeah, speaking of, you just dropped Wasted Talent.
Wasted Talent. Shouts to everybody been showing me support. I've been getting a lot of love out there.
Good album.
I appreciate that. You dig? I know there's a lot of albums out there, but don't get distracted by the fact that Capo got their foot on his day up. Well, pardon me. Was I drinking Brugal? That Capo.
The fumes is coming across.
Capo got his foot on their neck. But yeah, I mean, it's a great project, man. Shouts to Rock Nation, shouts to Empire, shouts to the whole Dipset, Killer, Jewels, Freaky. Everybody played a part in it. This started as an EP I was doing like damn near 2 years ago. Then I did the deal with Rock Nation. Then it turned into a whole mixtape. Then the mixtape turned into a whole album. Then that album turned into a whole brand new album. So I went through like 4 different phases and shit like that. And then it's kept the best records as I went along and shit like that. And then, you know, as the whole Diplomat reunion came around, the whole Spotify event and things like that, then, you know, me and Cam got back tight. So then the more Diplomat music started to happen. So, and then we had the Wasted Talent. It's dope. One of my best, what I feel one of my best albums lyrically that I've done in my career.
How were you able to, it still sounds like authentic, old style Dipset, but it doesn't sound dated. How are you guys able to keep the sound authentically you, but updated for now?
It's tough.
Yeah.
You dig? Because the music is so different. Like I call it lit music. Everybody
trying to get lit.
It's lit. Everything is lit nowadays. You dig? But where we come from an era where you wanted to listen to some music that made you hustle, that made you want to get to that money,
battery in your back,
so you can get to the lit music and things like that. So that's what I was just trying to give the people, some hustle music. I love the lit music, nigga. I mean, I party. I party for a living. They pay me to get lit.
You original standing on the couch.
Exactly. You dig?
Club Cheetah, I remember I seen you get thrown out.
You want to go back to that?
Go back to that.
And there was an era that niggas wasn't allowed to stand on couches. Like club owners would go wild on you if you were standing on couches. And then we looking at bouncers like, man, if you don't move your ass from over here. And then before.
You remember Derek Parker?
Yes.
Yes, I remember. You outside Cheetah.
One of the dopest promoters
in
the 90s. Very, very dope era. Early 2000s, but yeah, Cheetah days, we was a mess and things like that. And this is before you was allowed to stand on couches. Y'all could do the history and shit like that. We kind of broke the mold for standing on couches too. You put a check on that in hip hop history too.
Speaking of hip hop history, B, a lot of motherfuckers, because we from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, born and raised.
The BX, the Boogie. You know I'm from Weeks Avenue.
Harlem, Weeks Ave, hey.
Dig, but I moved to Harlem and I was raised in Harlem from an early age.
So people ask us a lot, like, yo, what was New York like when y'all were growing up, da-da-da-da-da? And I just got one image that encapsulates that perfectly, and it's this.
Just let me know.
The endo.
Facts.
Yo, if you never did that, you're not from New York.
Definitely not from New York. You definitely can't say you an OG. If you ain't ride on the back of the bus, he's a chump. If you never you're a scrub if you never jumped on the back of the bus. You got no ass in the hood if you hop on the back of the bus, man. I did every one of those things. Ride on the back of the train served back of the bus, climb through the back of the bus window.
Light an L on the train.
Light an L on the train, open up the conductor box, take the yellow stick that he used to sit on, roll up the paper, the posters, go in the middle of the car, slap people's in the head. Like, nah.
Get on here now. Fucking mic and shit like,
I was terrible. I was cutting Sunday school. We be on 42nd Street causing a fucking mess, man. We was some terrible ass kids, man. But we were good. We had morals, but we just was bad. You did?
You had the listening session for your new album at a homeless shelter?
Yes, a homeless center, not a homeless shelter. I'm on the board of a homeless center in Harlem.
What's the name of it?
That's dope.
What is the exact name? He'll get all the information real quick. It started from me being on the block in Harlem. Whenever I come to the hood, there's one block that people don't bother me on, so I kind of chill out there. And the director of the center see me out there numerous amounts of times and approached me like, yo, listen, I see you out here a lot of times. You don't want to get in no trouble, police harassing you. This is always a home for you and shit like that. And that went for me being able to interact with the hood and having a safe place to go to. Being able to do different things with them. And they asked me to be on the board of the homeless center, and I said, yeah, it'd be a great thing. being that I'm from Harlem and I'm always helping the hood in my own unconventional way, and they were just telling me that this is a sound way that people can know that you're giving back. But it's kind of dope. So what the director of the homeless center is trying to do, I don't know the exact name of the program, but they've been buying buildings instead of homeless shelters to give people, I believe, apartments or their own place to stay, and that's way cheaper than it costs to have a homeless shelter. Right. So this is the program that she goes out and speaks at different colleges for and things like that, and does a bunch of initiatives. So I believe they have 3 properties in Harlem. One of the properties is the property that we are in, but it's a center. It's not built. It's not has enough capacity to actually house. Is that your house or home? House the helpless people. But it's dope, man. And it's one more thing that I'm doing for Harlem. You know, I love my town, so you know.
You giving back.
Yeah, definitely.
You still be out there too, because a lot of people get out the hood and never come back.
Oh man.
Don't even FaceTime the hood.
But that's the object, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You get out the hood, who the fuck wants to come back?
I mean, I'm in Jersey now, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but not to say it like that, but you know, when the average working man works his ass off to bust his ass to get out the hood to live a better life. Right. So at that point, who wants to come back and be involved in what you just escaped from? Right. For the average artist, myself, they or any artist, they expect us to come back and be Superman for the hood because we've made it so big and shit. Like, kind of fucked up double standard, right? Yeah. Like, why the fuck I gotta come back to help now?
Right. Why the bus driver get to just go with the PA?
Let me stop.
Eddie moved away. Why don't Eddie come help some shit? Eddie got a boat.
Nah, I love my hood. I love Harlem. Anybody know me for years, even when we were hustling and making shit 2 pennies over $1, we were just ones to give kids haircuts, go on trips, and like Harlem is a place it's a community that's built with a lot of hate and love at the same time. Right. Like, you know what I mean? But the values and the morals that the older hustlers had showed us when we were younger kind of carried on with me tradition. Like, they did a lot for the hood. Like, you know, they did whatever as far as indulging in the hustle. But for the most part, they took care of the block, they took care of the kids, they took care of whatever was in their circumference as much as they could, from the cookouts to the haircuts to buying some kids sneakers for school to just giving knowledge to the kids. Even if it was about getting $1 or 2 and how to stay safe, it was just that. So in me, that tradition is still there, and you dig, and through
passing it on.
Straight up.
Good. You had some trouble getting to the Roots picnic this weekend?
Oh my fucking Lord, Jesus Christ. Yo, all right, so I was in Bahamas. So I started out from Bahamas on a private jet at 8 in the morning. I landed in motherfucking Fort Lauderdale. With Fort Lauderdale, we had like 11:45 flight to get me home, which would have got me home at probably about 3:45 in my house. Grab my bag, a drip, so I could drip on stage, boom, jump in the car. That didn't happen. What did happen is my plane ended up landing in Dulles, Virginia, which was cool. Think I could get off and bust a move, Mission Impossible. No, they had us sitting on the plane for 2 hours before they actually decided to take us to the gate, which kind of made the
that's the worst.
Then I got a friend of mine to pick us up, which was dope. He was an angel. He bust a move. I'm not gonna say how fast he was going, but this
it happened.
He was doing his numbers.
What he had to do.
We bumped into the illest rain, the illest fucking storm in America, where the traffic is now moving walking speed. Like, it just was terrible for like a whole. So it was like everything that happened that day was telling me. I don't know what God was telling me. Was saying, you're not doing this. Like, and then I get there late. My driver says, yo, you know I forgot your drip at the house. I said, so it was just like,
yeah, everything.
I don't feel like it's just like everything. So, but I did made it there before it was over. Got to see my nigga Cam, my brother Floss and shit like that. Uzi Vert got on stage, tore it down. They say Cam held it down for me. Shouts to Philly. I love Philly. You know what I mean? I tried.
You have a favorite song out of all the songs that you've done that you love to perform? Or are they, like, what's the song that when you do it, you're just like, yo, I love this?
A favorite song that I love to perform?
Is Summer Miami? Is it I don't know if it's balling, because you gotta be sick of balling. You must have done
sick
balling.
And dumb tired of balling. Like, balling is one of the songs I hate and love the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as a favorite song, I probably would say Summer with Miami.
That's a banger.
Summer with Miami.
How does it feel though, man, to jump on stage and be like, yo, I got joints. Like, I could be up here for 2 hours doing bangers.
I'm performance shy. I'm still like performance shy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get on stage and get off stage. Cam always be spazzing.
He loves it.
Nah, he be spazzing on me about that shit. Like, bro, you know you got a catalog. Like, you know you got mad hits. You just like, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'll be like, yo, so you know, I'll be working on it. But this Diplomat tour, he definitely helped me put my show together and shit like that. Helped me pick out some dope ass records that people love and shit like that, and go hard and shit like that, man.
Now, last time we had you here was election night. Trump had just become president.
Motherfucker.
And you were the voice of reason.
You think it was rigged?
I mean, life is rigged.
What?
God damn.
You told America, calm down. Things are gonna be bad, but we're gonna make it through. You have any more advice for America?
That was the best advice I still could give y'all. It got worse, but we gonna make it through. Like, it's just crazy, but shit, man, like, what it did, at the end of the day, it did show us that this is America, and we kind of fucked up by thinking that certain shit can't happen, and he showed us that it can happen. So next time, I hope that we all prevent shit like this from happening, because it ain't nobody's fault but who?
Ours.
God damn it.
Oh, it's Russia, but you know what I'm saying.
Fucking Russians.
Jim Jones, what would you like your rainbow to say?
What does your rainbow say?
My rainbow would say you can't be mailing niggas peanuts.
Whoa.
Think about it.
Suck my whole dick from the back, just eat Tremont all day. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, see?
What's the matter? You all right?
I'm aggressive. I'm still a Bronx nigga, man. Come on, you already know what it is.
My rainbow would say, be careful what you ask for.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Non-violent.
Wisdom.
Hustlers, hustler. Your man Jim
Capo.
Jones in the building.
Saying New York's not a man.
You know what it is?
Where's the talent? Get that.
Talent, yeah, now.
Pick that up.
You're watching the Desus and Mero YouTube channel, stupid.
Click to watch more videos and clips.
Subscribe, please, please, please.
Click and comment.